Riley's back because today we're going to do a game featuring snakes and Serpentine for your Atari 8-bit computer. And I really dig this box art. You know, you have this guy riding the back of a serpent. Hard to tell from there. You got some serpents hatching out an egg, a giant one, and a mysterious frog hiding in the shadows. Looks like it's gigantic too, and it actually does a good job depicting what the game actually is. Let's go ahead and take Serpentine. Let's pop it in my Atari 800 XL and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Serpentine was published by Broderbund and carries copyright year 1982. It was programmed by David Snyder, the same David who created David's Midnight Magic. You can check out my review of the Atari 8-bit version in episode 608. I'll try to remember to link that review in the description below. The back of the box says the following: in an age when human beings have become an insignificant part of the landscape, mighty serpents rule the decaying corridors and pathways of our vanishing civilization. You have managed to tame several of these huge beasts to do your bidding, and now you ride forth to rid the planet of their slithery cousins. Your serpent is fast, but the evil serpents are big, cunning, and hungry. You will need to outwit them to chomp them down to size. An occasional tasty frog added to your serpent's diet will help it grow large enough to take on your foe. But bad snakes need nourishment too, and if they get to the frogs before you do, they become dangerously assertive. Serpentine is a maze game for one player only with one standard mode of difficulty. For the controls, you simply move your snake with the joystick. Your goal is to eat the 3 enemy snakes before they eat you. You eat them from behind one segment at a time, at the start at least, but the enemies can also eat your segments or even outright kill you if they attack you from the front. You are also shorter and faster than the other snakes to begin with. All snakes, including yourself, will lay eggs if they survive long enough in the maze, but that will cost them one of their segments. If you lay an egg, you must have 2 or more segments after laying one, or you will lose a life. Enemy eggs, if left alone long enough, will produce new enemy snakes. You can also eat the eggs by touching them and gain an extra segment in doing so. Enemy snakes can also grow longer from eating your eggs. Frogs appear from time to time and like to eat the eggs as well, but a snake that eats the frog will also gain a segment. The maximum length of any snake is 7 segments long. If you become longer than any enemy snakes, they will turn green with envy, and you can now safely defeat them from attacking them head on. Defeat all the enemy snakes and you'll return to your home. You cannot control the snake while returning back, but it's possible for your returning snake to eat a frog in the process, or for the frog to eat one of your eggs if it's on the field while you're returning. If your egg is still on the field when you get home, it will hatch into a new snake, earning you an extra life. You then start over in a new maze. Scoring wise, you get 500 points for eating the frog, and 150 points times the level you're on for eating one of the enemy eggs. When you eat an enemy segment, you get 100 points on level 1 and 2, and those point values increase 100 points every other level. If you eat the serpent's head, you get 200 points on levels 1 and 2, and that score increases by 200 points every other level. You earn an extra snake at 20,000, 50,000, and 100,000 points. Honestly, neither the graphics nor the sounds are anything special, but they do get the job done. Family-friendly wise, the game would most likely get an E for everyone rating it for release today. Currently at PriceTrying.com, the game has a value of $15 loose, $23 complete, and $33 new. So what do I think of Serpentine for the Atari 8-bit computers? This is a fun and unique maze game. I really enjoyed the strategy aspect of it, as you really need to try to isolate the snakes one at a time, and always keep an eye on your tail. The controls work well, but it took me a little adjusting to get used to. I'm used to maze games where you can input turns ahead of time, but here everything is done in real time. It can also be tough to see what's going on when enemy snakes overlap, but nonetheless, this is a solid maze game that I can easily recommend. So where am I going to rank Serpentine? Somewhere in my top 10. I do like Q*bert more at 9, but I will put this over the 8-bit port of Pac-Man at the 10th position. So the 18 games are now ranked for the Atari 8-bit computers, Serpentine is slithering into the 10th position. Serpentine is a fun and unique maze game for the Atari 8-bit computers. But that's just what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me both on the Facebook and the Twitter, and click the bell so you don't miss any future videos. At this time, I'd like to thank Richard B. for his generous support on Patreon. If you think these videos give you at least $1 per month of information and entertainment, please consider joining my supporters at patreon.com/NoSwearGamer. Not only will you help keep this show going, but you may also get a chance to nominate and vote on games for me to review. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day. I look forward to see you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care, and as always, watch your tail.